Hi, and welcome to BeBrightTarot.ca. Like, subscribe, follow, Instagram, YouTube, and website. All the great things that you know are out there. So come find me, message me, inquire about tarot, how you can use it day to day, month to month, just when weird things come up that you're like, what is happening here? Maybe tarot can help explain some of that in a very logical, practical, very tool oriented way. So, welcome in and enjoy the reading today. All right, we are diving into the month ahead for July 2024. All right, it's July 1st. Happy Canada Day for my fellow Canadians out there. All right, first card up is the current self. And this is a Nine of Cups reversed. So this one is kind of indicative that there's maybe a piece of happiness or contentment that's missing despite all the hard work and the success. So I think with this one for me, is it time to revisit my dreams and see if chasing them is still what you want? Perhaps it's time to redefine what happiness is. Um, and because this is a cups, it's certainly, should allow for more consideration to family, friends, community over material abundance. So, um, I think perhaps there's been, a piece of my life right now that is, yeah, it's always the things, the stuff, the time, the health, all that kind of stuff. And so, if I'm still not feeling like super happy about it, maybe there's something missing on the family, friends, community side of things. So that's kind of the current thing, current self, where I might be right now. The second card is what we should release from June. And this is a King of Wands. So the King of Wands is, the charismatic leader. They light the way for others to follow along. They're exciting, they're fun, they're out there, they're taking the lead. And so if it's something that we should release from June, then you know what? Take the opportunity to maybe step back, let others take the lead, you know. Sometimes that role's really tiring and exhausting. And so it could be time to just let's just step back, focus on the little things, and rather than all the big hurrah, big things that we're always um, on the go. And I know for June, there's tons of big things that were happening in June. And so I definitely was acting like a King of Wands a lot of the time in the month. And so if it's time to let that go, then maybe it's a great thing to be happy and proud of what I accomplished in June, and time to release that role and focus on something else. So the third card is going to be the theme for July, and this is the Ten of Cups. Just such a happy, joyful, just like safe, security, you're at peace, you're living the good life. You've got love, support, harmony, dreams, like all those really awesome things around you. And again, because this is a cups, it is also saying like this, enjoy and celebrate with your family circle, your close friends, your tight community. Celebrate those special occasions with them. And I know we already have. July is kind of like, lots of my favorite people have birthdays in July, including myself. So, for July is celebrating success, celebrating happiness, sharing that with our families, celebrating those special occasions. And one way description I have of this in my little notes is that it's loving and the honest expression of that love. So it's one thing to love it, but you know what? Maybe in July it's the honest expression of it. So, which is always like the thing I challenge myself with. I don't do that awesome. So that's a great theme for July. All right, what should we focus on in July? That's our next card, and this is a Six of Swords reversed. So we want to get ourselves unstuck so we can get moving with whatever transition or change that we're needing to tackle or in the middle of tackling. So we want to let go of those swords that are holding us back. We want them to, as you can see in this card, fall out of the backpack, get off our back. For me, these swords represent old ideas, old thoughts that maybe I used to believe in, but if I'm really being truthful with myself, they really don't no longer hold truth for me. So I need to let those things go, get myself unstuck, and get moving forward. Use my smarts to get on that new path. Um, for me, this card I think is really representing a bit of a health journey, and refocusing on general health and wellness. Um, and so I think it's really important to always, yeah, absolutely let go of those old beliefs that um, are weighing us down. So that's what I'm going to focus on in July. The next card is maybe an obstacle or challenge we might come across, and this is a Nine of Wands. So, it's probably been a bumpy ride. And so now it's time to stand our ground and persevere through this kind of last obstacle, this last challenge. Definitely don't want to give up right now. We want to set really good boundaries. Those wands in the ground kind of represent boundaries or a fence, a barrier. So we want to make sure that we're setting good boundaries that we can protect the work we've done so far, and we don't want to forget about the great work we've done so far, because sometimes we get caught up in that. We like, oh, now I took 2 steps back, so now I got to go all the way back to the beginning. No, we don't. We have to have those boundaries so that we can keep going as we need to. Nine of Wands is also, we've been learning lots, and now it's time to put it into action, right? We can learn all the things in the world, but until we activate them, do something about it, put a plan in place, we'll never change or transition like the Six of Swords also wants us to work on. So we can do it. Don't give up. Don't let that obstacle slow you down for too far. We can get over it. All right, the next card is going to be the Success for July, and just another super happy card. This is the Sun. And who doesn't want the Sun in July? This is awesome. So July looks like it could be very successful because we're celebrating how far we've come. We're showing gratitude. We're going to be just continue to be positive, optimistic, joyful, happiness. We're going to enjoy today, live in the moment, all those wonderful, delicious cliches out there. So we want to get out in the sun, soak it in. Hopefully July is sunnier than the last couple months because it hasn't been very sunny physically here where I live. We don't want to let others dim our light. So really just joyful happiness. Let your light shine and bask in the warmth of it, and bring other people in to share the warmth with you. So just like super awesome card for July. And then our advice for July is the last card, and this is a King of Pentacles, King of Coins. And so then this guy's all about hard work, practicality, common sense, generosity, um, just really taking care of, wisely protecting our resources, so that they grow for us and they take care of us as well, right? So we want to make sure that we're making healthy choices with our time, our health, our physical resources, our money, our stuff, our things. We want to water the garden, all those kinds of things. So we really can get going on maybe some of these transitions and enjoying with family and all that kind of stuff. And we're just going to do it in a very disciplined, committed, um, and dedicated way that's just really about caring for our resources, and our things and our health and our time. So that's for me, July 2024. Looks like, very family oriented month. Enjoying it, celebrating it, maybe letting go a little bit of being in control and leading the way. Let that family come in and um, celebrate it with us, and definitely take action to care for me. What rings true is my health, so I'm going to really focus on my health in July and let go of some of those old truths, and keep going with the solid, stable work I've done, good boundaries, say no where I need to say no, all those awesome things. So have a wonderful July 2024. BeBrightTarot.ca. Like, subscribe, follow, Instagram, YouTube, website. Can't wait to hear from you.